Hello my loves, and welcome to this week's tarot readings for each astrological sign. This will be part 1, and here we will have Aries to Virgo. Part 2 will include Libra to Pisces, so make sure to watch the corresponding video for either your rising or sun sign, whichever feels good to you, or you could watch both. I'm going to be going through each sign and giving just a forecast for the week. If you like what I do, be sure to share with your friends, like, comment, subscribe. You can even donate, and all that information is below in the description. So let's get right into it. I know it's been a fiery month so far for a lot of us. A ton of different intense transits coming, a lot of karmic cycles ending for some of us out there. So let's see what Spirit has in store for Aries the week of August 15th, what guidance Aries might need, what messages they may need to know from Spirit. All right, Aries, we have heartache and loss, okay, emotional withdrawal, and the Truth card. Aries, all right, I'm seeing some of us going through such a family transition right now, so I don't know if there's a loss of loved one in your family. Either way, the dynamic of this family bond that you have is shifting and changing a lot this week. It's going to bring a lot to the surface. Maybe some old wounding is coming up for you as well. Either way, you are grieving the way things were, grieving how much is changing in your life. There's a lot of friction coming to the surface for sure, and all these emotions can be overwhelming this week, Aries, so definitely make sure you're taking the time to relax, go inward, let yourself feel those emotions, let yourself be still, and kind of process everything that you've coming to the surface, because a lot is changing for you. And yeah, I do see a lot of grieving coming up this week for sure. I'm seeing kind of a Taurus combination, so I don't know if this person in your life that is past or that you're having these conflicts with are Taurus. I'm also seeing Gemini is coming up for me right away. So a Truth card too is a reminder to, look at how you deal with things in life. I feel like you're not really taking care of yourself lately, Aries, and you're really wanting to change kind of your day-to-day habits and how you feed into yourself and fill your own cup. These things are also going to come up for you, your day-to-day routine. So really take a look at what you're doing and how you can make some adjustments there to feel more replenished and feel more strong in your foundation, especially when these big milestones and life events come up. That's a great time for us to really know for sure how strong our foundation is, right? Are we just completely taken aback by our emotions and have no way to ground back down, or do we allow those emotions to come up and flow through us without a lot of resistance? So a lot's going to be coming up. You're going to be getting a lot of answers this week, and it's really up to you if you want to integrate them, or if you want to continue as you are. But there's going to be a big push to make some changes, so I would definitely recommend that. All right, Aries, let's see what we have for Taurus this week. I know the fixed signs are really they got a lot going on this week, so let's see. This is our first earth sign in the lineup, little baby Taurus. What guidance do we need from Spirit? What messages do we need to know to get us through this week? Okay, Taurus. Hey! Damn, I cannot move these cards. Spiritual union. Oh, I'm loving this right now. Triumph. And trapped in fear. Okay, Taurus. Oh, I got a lot coming up. So spiritual union, that is basically reminding us that we are a mirror to every single relationship in our life, Taurus. And I feel like there's this big stagnation around a relationship with you. I don't know if you're trying to leave it, if you're just looking for a big change in this dynamic and feeling impatient, why the hell is it like this? Why is this not changing, evolving, growing, whatever it might be? And there's a big component to that. I feel like you are putting a lot of emphasis on why it's not working on the other person, instead of looking at how I attracted this into my life in some sense, and what things is this person teaching me by how they're showing up or how they're not showing up for me, and what do I want to continue to feed, what do I want to continue to normalize in my relationships, accept in my relationships, like what are my beliefs around love? That's a big one. And I do feel like this is not a forever period for you. Like spirit is like pushing you hard to break this fucking cycle. Like I feel like you're always accepting less and you're like not pushing yourself to get what you really want, and like you could literally die tomorrow, Taurus. Like you need to go after the things that you want. And trapped in fear, I mean obviously that fits right in with it. There's definitely fears about like things not working out when you really push for the things that you want, and anything that doesn't work out is not meant for you, Taurus. So definitely take a good inventory on relationships this week. That's going to be a big one for you, and thinking of them as a mirror. Like, what do I want my experience to be? And if I want it to be something dramatically different, am I really attracting that by like what I'm putting on the world? Am I willing to be dramatically different? Because if you're not going to be different, you're not going to attract different. Like, it's as simple as that. If you're doing the same shit, acting the same way, living the same life, I mean, not much is going to change necessarily, at least in terms of relationships. Okay, next up we have our air sign, Gemini. Let's see what we have for the twins this week, what guidance they need from spirit. Do one more shuff. It's kind of weird, like shuffling. I have this little like TV tray, which you can't really see, but I don't know. I want to do these outside as much as possible. Okay, Gemini. Gems. Fulfillment of wishes. Oh. Discontent and boredom. Both green so far. And suffering in silence. Gems, what's going on? This is an interesting one because you have the fulfillment of wishes, a 9, which represents endings, and you have suffering in silence, which is also 9, representing endings. I feel like they're kind of for two different things. So the fulfillment of wishes I'm seeing more with like life purpose and work and who you are putting out into the world in terms of your community. But then suffering in silence is more so along the lines of like your very, very, very intimate relationships or your vulnerability and being willing and open and comfortable and safe to expose those things and really feel safe to do so. So I do see like career-wise, work-wise, things really opening up for you. I feel like you've had some stagnation and now you're kind of seeing new opportunities come up, and that is really feeling good to you. But then we got discontent and boredom and suffering in silence. So some of us, if we are in relationships, this is definitely going to be a highlight this week for us, right? Like we are feeling restless, and I feel like Gemini, you've been feeling restless. Like this has come up the past few readings. You've been feeling restless. You've been wanting a change. I don't know, some of you might just be like, I just need to travel, I need to get out, I need to do things, I want to do something different, take a new class, like put myself in something like so unexpected that is going to help you grow and evolve. And then yeah, suffering in silence. Like, why are you feeling like you cannot open up to the people around you? Because this card also reminds us that like we do have people that love and support us and want the best for us and want to push us forward. And there's something within you that is holding you back from really being open and opening up. And that's kind of keeping you in this weird, like stagnant area. So I would say the more you can lean into it and open yourself to someone you trust, like you know who it is that you can trust. So check in with yourself, be like, all right, who can I talk to about this? Just reach out, be like, hey, I'm looking to vent. Hey, I'm looking for feedback. Can you help me out? They're gonna say yes, Gem. Just go for it. I feel like you know a lot of the answers, but you're kind of just looking for validation right now, which is like totally okay. All right, Gemini. Next up, we have Cancer. It's our water sign, Cancer. Let's see what Spirit has in store for Cancer this week, what guidance they may need, what messages. Let's do one more. All right, baby Cancer. Ooh, that was a big chunk. Discontent and boredom. What the hell on earth already? Disruption, Cancer. Love begins. Okay. Very interesting. Ooh, and all of the green. I'm feeling like this is like a major heart opening week for you. Impatience is coming up, transition is coming up. I feel like some of you are starting a family. Some of you are moving, opening yourself up to new connections, new friends, new literal relationships with love begins. But in the process, this week is kind of like a dismantling of all of the above, right? You're in this phase of your old foundation is already crumbling. I feel like it's not just this week. It's been kind of crumbling. And I think that's kind of going to come to head this week. Like, it's going to be a little emotional and overwhelming. You're like, oh my God, there's so many changes happening. And like all my relationship dynamics are changing a lot. And it feels intense. And then at the same time, you're ready for this like new version of your life, a new chapter of your life. So I feel like you feel in limbo, Cancer. It's very interesting. Like, Spirit is like, chill the fuck out, be calm, enjoy this transition, because when the next chapter of your life comes, you're gonna look back and be like, oh yeah, that was like not a bad time. Like, I kind of wish I could go back and just enjoy that space that was being created there. You know, this is definitely like a huge foundational, like, seed planting part of your life. I mean, it sounds weird with the disruption card, which is basically the falling tower card, but things need to fall away from your experience right now, Cancer. I feel like some of us too, like I said, starting a family, but then also some of us really like redefining what family looks like to us, and how we want to engage in these relationships, and kind of raising our standards in that way, okay? So the more you can raise your standard and be clear about what it is you want, the more beauty and aligned connections you are going to call into your space, Cancer. So ride the wave this week. You're definitely going to be a little emotion, but what's wrong with that? Whatever. Do we expect anything less from a Cancer? Not really. Gotta love it. All right, next up we have Leo. Let's see what we have in store for Leo this week. Spirit, what guidance do you have for our Leo? Let's see. Right, we have suffering in silence. Y'all, what is this week? Are we okay? Hope. Interesting. And then moving on. Okay, Leo, you were having a real positive, fiery week last week. So I think there's some stuff kind of coming back to the surface or coming back up for you that just wants to be dealt with the suffering in silence and the hope card. The hope card too reminds us that when things are heavy and dark around us, to remember that we are the light, that we can continue to move forward, and that this is just a rough patch. This is not like our forever situation. So I can see some of this has to do with like our dating, whether we are like in a committed relationship or just kind of dating around, feeling a little hopeless about that, feeling like we're giving our energy to people that might not have the best intentions for us, or feeling stuck in particular relationships. And I'm seeing, Leo, this could be even like a familial relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be just dating in a sense, but just feeling this stagnation, this stuck, this like you are so committed and so open and so loving to this person, and they're like not really giving it back to you. I don't know if Capricorn comes to mind for any of you, or Sagittarius, but those come up right away. So I don't know if this person is one of those signs, but just feeling like you do not want to continue to like feed relationships that aren't feeding you back, right, Leo? Like, you have so much love to give and so much intensity in that love, and you're finally realizing that like that can be met by other people. So you will be moving away from certain relationships, and you know, just being able to kind of like cut cords with people and feel comfortable about doing so, knowing that like they're not meant to stay in your life, they are not meant to be there forever, that they definitely had come in and, you know, you've had great times and you've had challenges and they've helped you grow, and vice versa. So not everything is meant to last a lifetime, sometimes just a season, Leo. So make sure you are checking in with your loved ones and not just bottling it all up inside. I'm brought to the gut, like you might be having a ton of gut issues this week, abdominal pain, digestive issues, especially if you are not really like confronting these feelings and emotions coming up for you. So that's a sure sign that you need to reach out to someone if those things are coming up for you. All right, Leo, let's see. Our last sign for part 1 is gonna be the earth sign Virgo. Let's see what spirit needs to tell Virgo, what guidance, what wisdom they may need to know for the week of August 15th. Let's do one more shuffle. I got distracted. I have like these crystal hangings out here that are like shooting rainbows everywhere. I don't know if you could see it. It's so cool. Okay, Virgo. Let's get it. Let's get it. Why? This is the card of the week, everyone. Discontent and boredom, apparently. Okay, great. Rest and rejuvenation. Also a number 4. Shadow card. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, Virgo. Impatience and patience again. And apparently, yeah, this is kind of a reoccurring thing I'm seeing for a lot of signs this week. Like the limbo before or between one stage of your life and another. And like the thing that's bugging me out about this fucking card is that the rainbows just started shooting on my deck, and literally look at this rainbow pathway. I cannot. This and the rest of rejuvenation are also number 4. So let's focus on your foundation right now. Feeling bored, feeling stagnant, feeling like you want something more, Virgo. Is it like, I feel like your energy is like misdirected right now. Like, I don't really know if it's about the house. Like if you feel particularly drawn to be in a different area than where you're living, okay. But I feel like some of us is just like feeling discontent in general, but not really having a way to pinpoint it. And I feel like you're not really using your energy to the best degree that you can. Like you're not either like physically burning off this energy or using it to express yourself, create things, cook. It could be like you're starting to write. Like there's so many different outlets for like transmuting your energy and moving through it besides working out and like the very obvious things, Virgo. So definitely gonna be taking a period this week of chilling the fuck out and also like looking into like what it is that does set your soul on fire and like how you can bring more passion and joy into your life. Then with the shadow card, it's also like you know, where are you kind of like wasting your energy on judging other people or just like worried about what other people think. I'm also hearing people pleasing, so I don't know if that's something that you're doing, but just take a good look at why, you know, you are judging certain things or feeling like you can't embody certain things about yourself, and you know, really being honest with yourself and like maybe talking it out with somebody else. Like, is that truly how you feel, and is that serving you like for where you want to be? It might be serving the past version of you, Virgo, but it's definitely not serving the future version of you. Sorry, my throat is super dry. So it's gonna be an introspective week for you, which I don't hate. But yeah, that was part 1 for this week's readings for the astrological signs. Oh my god. If you loved what you see, make sure to like, share, comment, you know, donate, whatever the heck, and I will see y'all next week. I also have info in the description about one-on-one readings, personal readings, and different like healing sessions that I offer. You can look on my website, or my Instagram has a ton of information as well. So looking forward to connecting next week, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.